the significant economic downturn has given shared some light on the conditions that many of our families and neighbors deal with on a regular basis. Low-wage jobs, housing that is inadequate, that is out of range, transportation issues and how to get to and from jobs, all those kinds of things that people struggle with in the neighborhood always. Now, other people maybe are beginning to experience that, so all of a sudden it's news or it's something different. But the reality is much of what we are struggling with on a larger scale has been present with us for a long time. I'm Carmen Lampy-Zeitler. I'm the Executive Director of Children and Family Urban Ministry, a nonprofit organization that is located north of downtown Des Moines, right across the street from Moulton Extended Learning Center. So a lot of our programs are related to the school. Some key programs are the Breakfast Club, which has been going on for over 40 years, and it gives us an opportunity to offer to children and families a safe and nurturing place for the kids to be in the morning before they go to school. We open at 6 o'clock in the morning, and so parents who need to be at work before the school opens can bring their children to the Breakfast Club and at no cost, and they can receive a good breakfast. They play games and read books and jump rope and walk on stilts, all kinds of just fun things, and some instructional things too, to kind of help them transition into the school day. We also have the Haven After School program. Same families in many respects are served, families whose parents are working and can't afford to pay for after school child care on the wages that they make. And so the Haven provides not only that essential after school snack for kids, but also homework help, academic support, recreational opportunities, and then also some arts and culture kinds of activities. So again, just trying to in some way connect what they've learned in the day outside the classroom, trying to also create community among a group of young people, kindergarten through the 8th grade, and create what Haven means is a safe place and a nurturing place for kids. Those children often go into the Supper Club evening meal, which is a community meal that we serve 6 nights a week. We average about 120 guests Monday through Friday, including the children from the after-school program, and about 40 on a Saturday evening. Those meals are graciously and wonderfully brought in by local congregations, service groups, groups of friends, and it really is a time of hospitality and, again, community. It's more of a community meal, not just a soup kitchen kind of atmosphere, but a place where people come to care for one another and look out for one another.
So what are you ladies doing here?
We're getting dinner ready. Holy Trinity, Social Justice Committee.
Okay. How often do you do this?
Holy Trinity does it every other month.
We also, in terms of children, do all-day programming when Moulton School has their breaks. Moulton's an unusual school in that it is a K-8 school, and it's also a school with an extended calendar. And so students start back to school mid-July and then are in school till early part of June. That calendar results in weeks in the fall and in the spring that they are out of school, where most of the other Des Moines public schools are not. And so families struggle with those weeks of all-day school dismissal. And so we provide all-day programming for 3 weeks in the fall, 2 weeks in the spring, and 5 weeks in the summer. And again, the heart of those programs is academic support. Whenever children and students are out of school, they lose what they've learned in school. And so our programs help to continue to enrich and encourage that learning. And then also try, again, to get kids out into the community. Lots of field trips, lots of visits from community members, sharing their stories, giving their expertise, teaching something that they might know. So we have a back-to-school health fair. When the Moulton students go back to school, we have a big party related to their open house going back to school, provide physicals and vision screenings, dental screenings, those kinds of health-related things for students getting ready to go back to school. But also we have then bring in a lot of the community support support organizations that support families in particular, and they can connect to those resources. We also have really some sort of model gender-specific programming that we offer. The Wonder Girls is a program for 4th and 5th grade girls 1 day a week after school. And the Wild Girls is a program for middle school girls. The Backyard Boys, a program for middle school boys. And not only do those programs meet once a week, they also do some programming during school breaks, during the summer, that enhance the learning skills, the reading skills, the academic skills of students. Not only that, but connecting those students to the larger community and helping them see what their potential is in terms of being able to achieve their dreams for themselves and for their community and for their world. We also provide school supplies for all the students at Moulton, and a box of school supplies for each classroom at Moulton, trying to support the extra expenses that go along with going back to school. Much of what Cfum does is related to families who are working, but among the growing number of people who are working but still live at or below poverty level. Funding for Children and Family Urban Ministries programs comes from a variety of different places. The largest percentage of the funding that we use to operate comes from individuals, and just monthly commitments or annual commitments by individuals. We are related to the United Methodist Church, and so our largest unrestricted grant comes from the United Methodist Church at this point, about $40,000. The rest of the operating budget of a little over $400,000 is pieced together through grants, through, again, gifts from individuals. So it really is just a great community effort by many, many partners coming together and recognizing, again, the need of some neighbors, but also the great strengths and assets of those same neighbors. And in order for all of us to be a part of a community that is strong and vibrant, we just need to make sure that everyone has access to what they need and has a way to share their gifts and benefits as well.